Oberon fairly quivered with rage and threw the whole blame of the loss upon his unlucky Puck. "Bat! Mole! Stupid!" he sputtered. "You know the heat of my enemy the sun overpowers me, and your duty should have led you to return ere I went to sleep. No doubt you were chasing your own pleasure among your grinning cronies, the laughing goblins. Away! Out of my sight! I want no more such service. Now I know that you are the dull dolt I have always thought you." Now, when we consider that Oberon had always declared Puck to be his swiftest and cleverest attendant, this was rather hard on the tricksy fairy. Who so inseparable as Oberon and Puck? Who so light and quick to fetch and carry, so apt in teasing and bewildering as this jovial, slight page? Puck could not deny, however, that he had lingered for the space of fully 3 minutes and 3/4 with the laughing goblins. They had been teaching him how to play football with his own head, while he sat by on one of the peaks of the Moon Mountains and watched the sport, a feat never before attempted in magic. Trembling under Oberon's rage, he left the presence of his angry king and hid himself in the hollow trunk of a distant tree to grieve over the loss of his power and importance. Meanwhile, the two opposing heads of fairyland were watching each other's movements with jealous eyes. If they had been agreed, Hans could not have kept the horn as long as it takes me to say it. But Titania had made up her willful mind that it should not fall into Oberon's mischievous hands again, and Oberon was equally determined that his ambitious spouse should not secure it. Titania had gained one immense advantage in having won to her cause Nimblewit, by many believed to be the cleverest fairy in the kingdom, while Oberon had lost his agile Puck. The king and queen were fully occupied in defeating each other's well-laid plans. No sooner had Titania woven a spell which should put Hans to sleep until one of her followers could snatch the prize, than Oberon's men would throw pepper dust in his face, and a fine fit of sneezing would wake him thoroughly. If Will-o'-the-Wisp was leading him into a bog where, helpless and floundering, he should be surrounded by eager fairies, Nimblewit would scatter the fairy mist and show him his danger. In spite of plot and counterplot by the shrewd and sprightly people, Hans still wore the horn, fastened by its tiny chain to a strong guard about his neck.